Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a pretty interesting show for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So, as you guys know, the fallout between Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan has just been one of the most disappointing fallouts that we've seen in recent history in any field, whether it be entertainment, music, entertainment, sports, whatever it is you want to call it. A lot of people have been really disappointed to see the relationship of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen just kind of wither away, right? And all of this was precipitated by the Last Dance documentary that came out in 2020. But I personally believe that it's something that's been festering for much longer than that. As you guys know, during the pandemic, the Last Dance documentary came out, docuseries came out. I think it was like 10 parts, if I'm not mistaken. And it was basically covering the championship Bulls, but predominantly focused on Michael Jordan. They talked about the key players or characters in that story, and one of them was Scottie Pippen. And apparently they showed parts of Scottie Pippen's journey that I think Scottie Pippen didn't feel was right, and it didn't sit well with him. The minute that happened, he went to the Dan Patrick show, and he basically voiced his opinions, and that's really where it all got started, right? He started going at Phil Jackson, started going at MJ, and ever since then, it's been one attack literally after the other, one attack after the other. Now, the irony in all of this is that in the midst of all of this, we've never heard MJ actually publicly say anything in response to Scottie Pippen. You know, we heard people connected to Jordan like Stephen A. Smith or Charles Oakley say that their relationship is over, but we've never heard MJ actually comment on it himself. And then recently, you know, the thing got even more messy when Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, Larsa Pippen, then started dating Michael Jordan's son, I believe is his older son, which made matters even worse and absolutely disgusting, to be quite honest with you. And recently, MJ was, I guess, somewhere, and a paparazzi member asked Michael Jordan his thoughts about it, and in terms of like, does he support it, the union between, or the relationship between his son and Larsa Pippen? And MJ said, no, I don't support it at all. So those were Michael Jordan's comments. Now, this weekend, funny enough, I was scrolling through Facebook, funny enough, and I seldom read anything from Facebook, but I was scrolling through Facebook and I came across an article that essentially features some comments that Shaquille O'Neal had to make about Scottie Pippen in terms of the way he's been disrespecting Michael Jordan in the public over the last few years. And when I read what Shaquille O'Neal said, I was taken aback because he put a very strong warning, serious warning out to Scottie Pippen that if he were to ever try that in front of him, things would get pretty ugly. But before we get into Shaq's comments, this video is brought to you by our sponsor Aura, who's also the official sponsor of the T-Wolves. Do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is today? It's identity theft. Imagine trying to log into your email only to see that your password has been changed. Then you start getting weird notifications from your bank and credit cards only to find out that all of your personal and sensitive information has been totally compromised. If you think it can happen to you and your family, just know that in 2020, over 49 million Americans were victims to identity theft, costing them a combined $56 billion. That is why we are excited to partner with Aura, who's the sponsor of this video. Aura is the #1 identity theft and financial fraud protection. Aura monitors the dark web and alerts you if any of your passwords and accounts have been breached. And funny enough, after using Aura, I discovered some of my credentials were floating around in the dark web, and the app showed me exactly when and where the breach happened. In addition, Aura allows you to set spending alerts, and they'll notify you of any suspicious transactions. Aura is 4 times faster than any of its competitors in alerting you if someone is trying to open a credit card or obtain a loan using your name. And remember this, every 14 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity fraud. Don't let it happen to you. Now click the link in the description and try Aura for free for 2 weeks and see if any of you or your family's personal information has been compromised. Start your free trial at aura.com/dreamerspro. And when you try Aura, by using the link in the description below, also know that you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So let me just read what the article has to say. It says Shaquille O'Neal once threatened to punch Scottie Pippen for his Michael Jordan slander. It continues on. Shaq gets serious and threatens Scottie Pippen. And then goes on, it says, Scottie Pippen has been consistently criticizing and questioning Michael Jordan's legacy and abilities over the past few years, leading to widespread disapproval from NBA fans and former players who find Pippen's behavior unnecessary and disrespectful. Among those who have taken a strong stance against Pippen's action is the formidable Shaquille O'Neal, who went as far as threatening physical violence towards the six-time NBA champion as a response to Pippen's ongoing attacks on Jordan's greatness. Right in the esophagus. In an episode of the Big Podcast, Shaq was updated on Pippen's claims of being better than Jordan. Shaq's tone turned serious upon hearing this and said, he didn't say that, Shaq said. He never said that. If that man says that in front of me, I'm going to hit him right in the esophagus. Yeah, I'm going to drop him. Do not finish that sentence. Now, some people will say, oh, well, this is a very, very old story. It's a very, very old story. Well, this article was just published by Virgil. I can't pronounce the person's last name, Villanueva, and it was published on July 13th of 2023. So they published it there. So I'm just reacting to this article. And I was totally unaware that Shaq had said this about Scottie Pippen. None of this really surprises me. I recently heard Draymond Green a number of months back basically say that he left Scottie Pippen off of his all-time defenders list because of the way he's been going at Michael Jordan. Scottie Pippen has turned off a lot of people with his Michael Jordan slander. He's turned off a lot of people. A lot of fans. There were fans of that Bulls dynasty. A lot of them are disappointed in Scottie. How do I know? Because we produced numerous amounts of shows on this fallout, and I've read the comments. A lot of people have been absolutely disgusted by what Scottie Pippen is doing. A lot, and might I add, a lot of these people are Chicago Bulls fans. Chicago Bulls fans, people that were very close to that team, that supported the team. A lot of them are disappointed, right? Because a lot of it seems over the top, number one. Number two, you cannot tell me that all of that anger that you have inside of you, all of it is because of one person. Number three, a lot of these fans are befuddled because they're like, but wait a minute. Every time we have ever heard Jordan speak about you publicly, he has always said positive things about you. Always. As a matter of fact, when you were inducted into the Hall of Fame during your Hall of Fame enrichment speech, Jordan was the one that introduced you. So this big bad person that you feel all this animosity towards, this person has had your back all the time. Whenever Jordan, they were asking him if he had a starting five he had to play, he would always pick Scottie Pippen first. So we can't find any audio or articles of Jordan slandering Scottie, but we can find countless numbers of articles and videos of Scottie Pippen slandering Jordan. And it looks even worse because Jordan doesn't respond. That's what makes it look even worse. So it looks like Scottie is arguing with himself. So to me, man, what Shaq said, it surprised me a bit, but I think a lot of people are now turned off by some of the things that Scottie Pippen has been saying, like when he recently came out and said that MJ is a terrible player. You know that there's something deeper there for him to even come out and say something that ridiculous. So what I want to know from you guys, number one, what do you think about what Shaq had to say? Number two, do you think that if Scottie Pippen continues to do this, he's going to make his legacy more about the drama than about what he actually accomplished on the basketball court by winning those 6 championships with Michael Jordan? Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comment section, and we catch you on the next show. Peace.